organization that you guys are a part of. He approaches you and says, I am told you witnessed an attack on my brother earlier today. Perhaps you could explain why he hasn't made it home yet.
Well, if they had to listen to me, they would have sent one of the servants to walk along with him. But oh no, it's not my control, it's not my party.
I subtly and gently kind of put my hand out and stop Mr. Blotter, and I say, my lord, the transaction, the altercation that happened, it was quickly dispersed. He was amply guarded by what I believe is the watch. Is it the
City Watch?
The Hawks? Are they called the Hawks?
They are.
Okay, so they were members of the Hawks, and the Hawks came, received their package, and after that, it was up to them. I believe that's where any interaction ended with Lady Saja's estate and party. But I'll be more than happy to go somewhere a little more subtle and go into the details as I was reported of, if you'd like.
Absolutely. I know that you three are together, and we will not discuss in public as to how I gained this knowledge.
Thank you, sir. The less that we are interacting, the better my position stays secure.
Shall we say meet at the tavern in the back room?
How long?
Half an hour.
All three of us?
All three of you.
We'll have to get replacements, but we can have that done in half an hour.
I believe it is the end of your shift.
Already? I didn't even realize, did you?
Wow.
Well, excellent. If it's the end of the shift, then the first round is on me if you care to partake. We will get to business.
I'll see you there.
See ya.
So as the half an hour passes, do you guys want to do anything before you meet up with him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you guys are so good, they've got you on the day watch. You don't have to take the night shift or the evening shift. You guys are, 7 to 2, 7 to 3 kind of hours.
Alright, what I want to do is I want to find any of the guards that were involved.
Okay, well, it was the city watch.
Well, I'm sure
They're not around right now.
Okay.
And Mr. Saj did not employ the Hawks.
No. This does coincide with what I want to do. I don't know about you. But what I wanted to do is to find out any details I could about the altercation. So, he was a stable hand.
Yes.
And she was a seamstress.
Yes.
So, what we need to do is to figure out who the first shift seamstresses were. Mr. Blotter, you have a hand. You have that written down somewhere, right?
Pulls out his giant scroll, flips it over to the back, and goes, yeah, right here.
Fantastic. What we need to know is we need to be able to eliminate the people. We need to figure out who was the offender. What was her name? Vinacy?
Vinacy.
Vinacy?
Vinacy.
Vinacy. Okay, so this Vinacy woman, we need to figure out what happened to her. We need her interrogated or questioned. And then Larch, we need him questioned also, but he's missing.
He is missing.
So we need to figure out what the other stable hands saw before the Hawks came and took him away. Because I would have called for the Hawks to come get him and escort them home to make sure there was no problem.
Absolutely. The Hawks did. You did call for the Hawks. You personally.
Sure.
And
Caw-caw!
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
When they came, they escorted both of them. As far as you know, they escorted them home.
Okay. Off the estate
Off
is
the estate,
really all
yes.
yeah.
You saw them leave the estate in the direction of their houses, but
Sure.
who knows?
Sure. After they left the estate, I don't know what happened.
Absolutely.
I go into, unless anyone else has anything to input.
Harry actually already kind of walked away after looking at the list and went over to some of the other servants who were getting ready to leave there and immediately starts asking them about, is it binary code?
Vinacy, yes.
Binacy?
Binary Betty.
Binary Betty. Binary Nancy is how I look at it.
Binary Nancy.
Finest.
Well, I'm going to try to find Bancy
All right.
and or find out information on Bancy through anybody around, anybody still at the party, just people I've met. Ask around. I'd like to do an investigation at the party.
Absolutely. Investigate for me, sir.
That's going to give me a 19.
All right. As far as you know, Binary went home. In fact, one of the servant girls said that one that's just coming onto her shift said, "Yeah, I saw her walk into her own house when I was coming in."
And this house is where?
It's right up the street, 5 doors down to your right.
Thank you.
I would kiss you if we weren't in public.
I come back over to you guys and go, I'm as efficient as ever. She lives a few houses down that way. I think we should go pay her a visit.
I completely agree. I completely agree.
So, I keep forgetting your character's name, Sean.
Car alarm?
Car alarm. Merrick, what you have discovered through your investigation...
Sorry about that. Wild, what is it? Prestidigitation.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Wild magic is all around us.
I was going to say welcome to the jungle.
Minor illusion.
You know.
And why don't you make me an investigation roll?
Yeah, Merrick's going to get the fucking good stuff, man, because he's the gate guard, you know?
11.
Okay.
My investigation.
Is there any way, if I knew what he was attempting to do, I could have pointed him in the right direction? Maybe,
Yeah, because you're going after the information on Large, correct?
Yeah.
maybe spending Bardic, giving him Bardic inspiration.
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that you went with him,
Okay.
and so you're going to give him advantage on that roll. So roll that again and let's see what you
But
get.
before he actually moves forward with whatever he does, I compliment him on how quickly he got the cloaks man, the cloaks agent to us, and how subtle it was, and that he did his job as professional as anyone could in our situation. And I give him Bardic inspiration. Now, because of my level, that's a D8 instead of a D6 extra bonus to your roll.
I'll go ahead and use it.
That's what it's there for, man.
22.
Excellent. What you have found out, Larch is literally nothing more than a simple stable hand. In fact, he's not really quick-witted at all. He's pretty much only built to be a stable hand. Even though his brother's a part of the cloaks, it's like his brother got all of the intelligence. He's pretty slow. But he's good at what he does. Nobody really has a crossword to say about Larch. In fact, all they can tell you is that this woman just came out of nowhere and started beating the shit out of him. And, after the Hawks came, that's the last they saw of him.
Did anybody know the names of the Hawks that escorted Large off the premises?
Nope.
Nope.
Sorry, nobody got names. I mean, they just...
Well, I
No
mean,
badge numbers.
No,
that didn't get...
not so much that, but I figured maybe somebody would know.
A random selfie, and like caught like a picture of somebody's name on their tag.
Sorry.
Big like football letters painted on the
Yeah.
back of their armor and nothing like
Right.
that.
Those two guys, I don't think we've ever seen them before. They might be new.
That worked.
There you go.
Jilted lover? What do you think?
I think it warrants looking deeper into. I think we should probably go to the girl's house.
Well, now you know from your investigation before that Binary, her last name is Kron.
Yeah, she's part of the Kron family.
Right. So there's beef.
And they blame
Yeah, they blame Nevin.
Larch's brother for their daughter's
Okay.
death.
Correct.
There's your beef. I mean, she's going after Larch to get to Nevin.
Right. It's a revenge yarn.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so you guys going to the house of the seamstress, or are you going to the tavern?
Tavern.
All right.
Yeah, I guess we gotta get there in like how much time do we got left? Do we have time to go to the?
Well, since your investigations took a little while, you got about 10 minutes left before it's time to meet the.
And the bar's like a minute away.
It's probably about a 5-minute walk.
All right. Well, guys, I guess we better go to the bar.
I agree.
Okay, as you enter.
What's the bar's name?
There's a thrown in.
You're gonna get me on this. There is actually a bar in the town.
The Waystone Inn.
Nah, something.
Actually, that sounds good. The Waystone Inn. Perfect. The Waystone Inn! As you enter, the bartender has been given notice of you three as soon as he sees you, he is to correct you right to the room. The only room in the bar that's closed off. So he sees you three and goes, right over there.
I give him a curt nod and give him a silver piece.
I look up at Court and go, your reputation precedes us.
So, now Merrick, I know that you tend to watch out for these two. Are you actively looking
Yes.
for danger?
As soon as everybody goes in, I shut the door, put my back up against it, and I'm paying attention to everything.
Okay, make me a perception check.
Alright. So it'd be a 17.
Excellent. I will let you know if and when something happens.
Alright.
Awesome, Merrick. Thank you.
Perry comes in. I think it was like a table chair situation going on
Yeah,
here.
it's kind of it's not necessarily a square, it's more rectangular, and it's not benches, it's actually regular chairs.
Perry kind of gets a kind of frustrated look on his face, and he pulls out this rag from his cloak, and he immediately wipes down the entire chair, legs and all, back, puts his weight on it, makes sure it's kind of sturdy. It takes him a good 45 seconds to get this chair clean and actually sit down.
Well, he looks up from his table and says, they have people that do that.
I interject subtly, Court does, and he just puts a hand out a little bit and says, "Is it acceptable?"
It'll do.
My friend here has particular tastes, and we acknowledge his preferences.
Fair enough.
You know the craftsman? Who made this? Is it local?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's not as good
I'll
as
ask
I
later.
have. Merrick, you don't have to stand there either.
No, I don't have to.
My lord, he prefers to.
I understand. I have taken care of any sound leaving the room or coming in.
I think that is an admirable move, but Lord Merrick here has a certain loyalty to myself and my friend sitting next to you, and we have loyalties to you and your cause, so without any more interruption, we'll get right to business.
Well, my brother is missing,
Correct.
and he was the stable hand there. Now,
We know who attacked him.
right?
We understand that the attack was perpetrated by a member of the Kron family.
Oh,
We already know what's going on, good sir. Now, we have no problem ignoring the fact that there's a personal tie-in here when it comes to what the cloaks do. But you need to be honest with us. Spill it. What's really going on here?
her family was given an opportunity. They denied the opportunity. And we sent her away. The youngest sister refused to join us, as law partakes in this town.
So she was a practitioner of arcane magics and didn't
She
join the
showed-
cloaks.
She showed potential. She wasn't quite there yet. But she refused, as most teenagers that want to buck the system do.
And I lean over to Mr. Blotter at that point, and I express to him that